Live at 5.
A woman stabbed to death right here in Virginia. We break down the details.
And in Washington,
remaining silent and ignoring the lie emboldens the liar. I will not participate in that.
a top Republican leader is ousted after speaking out against former President Trump. Plus,
unexpected tax for small businesses, but relief could be on the way.
And later, if your kids are heading off to summer camp soon, we have an inside look at changes you should expect.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look over the city of Duluth on this Wednesday evening. We're starting tomorrow. Local hospitals will begin vaccinating teenagers. We'll have more on that in just a few minutes. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. We'll begin in Virginia tonight, where an Iron Range man is behind bars after police say he stabbed a woman to death. It happened around 2:20 this morning at a Virginia apartment building near the intersection of South 1st Avenue and 5th Street South. That's where we find CBS3's John Cardinelli. John, what else do we know about what happened there overnight?
Well, Kristen, there's a lot of unanswered questions in regards to what exactly happened at the apartment here overnight. You can see right now the scene is taped off as the BCA continues to investigate. Now, what we do know as of right now is we know the suspect, Derek Malovich, is in custody awaiting charges. Police say the 40-year-old called county dispatchers around 2:20 this morning. He apparently admitted to stabbing someone in his apartment unit and said they might be dead. When authorities arrived just 3 minutes later, they found a woman with multiple stab wounds to her head and neck, and she died at the scene. Police say Malovich left the area before authorities arrived, but police updated us around 9:30 saying he had been arrested in Virginia. Police have not identified the victim, and we still don't know what led up to the stabbing or if the victim and suspect knew each other. And Kristen, those are all questions we're working on answering tonight. We haven't gotten any sort of response, but we'll continue to keep you updated as more develops.
All right, thanks, John. And do we know what kind of criminal history Malovich has?
Yeah, Kristen, so Malovich has a felony domestic assault. That was in September of 2020. He allegedly assaulted his then girlfriend. Aside from that, we saw a couple of DWIs on his record, the earliest dating back to 2012.
All right, John Cardinelli in Virginia for us tonight. Thanks, John. Well, now an update after a different stabbing in Eveleth. On Monday morning, a 16-year-old Proctor boy has been charged with a felony. Court documents show the teen got into a fight with a 20-year-old man over a girl. At some point, court documents show the suspect pulled a knife and stabbed the victim 3 times. The victim eventually went to the hospital. The suspect is being held at a juvenile correctional facility. Prosecutors are trying to get his case moved into adult court. A new ruling by a Minnesota judge could pave the way for a longer sentence for Derek Chauvin. Today, Judge Peter Cahill found aggravating factors in the death of George Floyd. Cahill found Chauvin abused his authority as a police officer when he restrained Floyd during an arrest last year, ultimately leading to Floyd's death. Today's ruling could add the possibility of a longer sentence for Chauvin. Even with the aggravated factors, legal experts say Chauvin is unlikely to get more than 30 years in prison. He is set to be sentenced next month. We'll turn our attention to the nation's capital now, where House Republicans have removed Congresswoman Liz Cheney from her leadership position. Cheney has been a harsh critic of President Trump, and many believe that may be what cost her today. Natalie Brand has the latest from Capitol Hill.
Behind closed doors, House Republicans used a voice vote to remove Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney from her leadership post.
Do you feel betrayed by today's vote?
I do not. I think that it is an indication of where the Republican Party is, and I think that the party is in a place that we've got to bring it back from, and we've got to get back to a position where we are a party that can fight for conservative principles.
Ahead of the vote, Cheney took to the House floor Tuesday night to warn that former President Trump is threatening democracy with election fraud lies.
Remaining silent and ignoring the lie emboldens the liar. I will not participate in that.
Cheney had survived a previous attempt to oust her from her role as conference chair back in February after she voted to impeach former President Trump on a charge of inciting the January 6th Capitol attack. House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy had defended Cheney back then. Today, he advanced the vote for her removal and dismissed notions that Cheney's likely successor, New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, still believes Mr. Trump won the election.
I don't think anybody is questioning the legitimacy of the presidential election. I think that is all over with. We're sitting here with the president today.
Though Wednesday's vote makes clear the former president maintains a firm grip on GOP party politics, but it also reveals a split.
I will do everything I can to ensure that the former president never again gets anywhere near the Oval Office.
The vote on who will fill Cheney's leadership position could come as early as Friday. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Minnesota's 8th District Congressman says he voted for Cheney's removal today. In a statement this morning, Representative Pete Stauber said he and his fellow Republicans stand united in their mission to create what he called a brighter future for the American people and preserve American greatness. Stauber added he supports Elise Stefanik for chair. Both Duluth hospitals plan to start vaccinating 12 to 15-year-olds this week. That's after CDC Advisory Committee officially approved the Pfizer vaccine's use among that age group today. Essentia expects to start giving out shots tomorrow. Both patients and non-patients can make appointments online. You can also call 833-494-0836. That phone number is also on our website. Some Essentia clinics take walk-ins as well. Meanwhile, St. Luke's Clinic will be open to those 12 and up Thursday and Friday. You can make an appointment online or by calling 218-249-4200. Patients 18 and younger must be with an adult or have written consent. Wisconsin's governor says the state is headed in the right direction to end the spread of COVID, but more people need to get their shot. Governor Tony Evers says 4.5 million doses of the vaccine have been given out in Wisconsin. 2 million people in the state are fully vaccinated. But Evers says in order for everyone to have a COVID-safe, fun summer, everyone needs to step up. He says if you've been waiting to get the shot, now is the time.
Any one of the approved COVID-19 vaccines is safe, effective, free, and it's the most valuable tool we have to save lives and stop the spread.
Evers also asked employers to help their workers get vaccinated by setting up clinics at their businesses. Well, summer is coming up fast, and that means time to start signing up for camps. Last year, summer camps looked different, with many deciding to cancel or only allow small groups. But this summer, with vaccines now becoming available for younger teens and Minnesota's mask requirement expected to end by July, some camp leaders are expecting fewer restrictions. The Hermantown YMCA runs a day camp that's held mainly outdoors. They explained how they hope to offer as normal of an experience as possible while still keeping safety in mind.
If they're in their pods, they can have their masks off, which is great for day camp. We are outside all day long from, 9 in the morning till 4 p.m. in the afternoon, so it will be great for the kids to have that ability to not have to wear the mask at all time.
Organizers say camp also has a big impact on children's mental health. Coming up at 6, we hear from another Duluth summer camp about why they canceled this year despite the loosened restrictions. Well, speaking of summer, Dave joins us now for a first check of the weather. Sure felt like it this morning. That was wonderful.
Yeah, things are finally perking up temperature-wise, and this afternoon got pretty toasty by our Northland standards. A couple of towns got to 70. Ooh. Yeah, let's take a look at the high temp map here. 70 for folks in International Falls and Orrin, Big Fork. Even on Park Point, a little compressional heating down the hill warmed it up closer by the lake. Got to 70 in Superior as well. And 66 in Ironwood isn't so bad. That's what they got in Ely and Hibbing. And 68 degrees for our friends in Moose Lake. Tomorrow, a very similar range of temperatures. But, of course, these warmer temperatures are helping to take temperature and dew point apart and away from each other, which lowers the relative humidity, which increases the fire danger. And we're seeing some clouds out there scattered here and there. But what we need to solve the fire problem, of course, is rain. Not any tonight, probably none tomorrow. Friday is a little bit of a chance. First, though, Dry again tonight and tomorrow. Short-term forecast says clear to partly cloudy overnight, mostly sunny tomorrow, 65 to 70 again tomorrow. Friday's rain chance. Will it be enough to chase away today's near-critical fire danger? Frankly, I don't think so, but we'll start hinting at how much could come across in just a couple more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, a unique fair inside Miller Hill Mall this Saturday. We'll tell you more as we go around the Northland after the break.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Hi, I'm Kevin from ServPro. Everyone has a home project that they want to get to. Building a deck, building an addition, remodeling a bathroom. The problem is availability with local contractors. Why should you have to wait for months to get your project done? Call ServPro today for fast, quality, professional, reliable workmanship you can count on. ServPro, like it never even happened.
Is handcrafted for every lifestyle, making memories since 1882. In store at 365 Canal Park Drive or online at DuluthPack.com.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-945-8449 to receive your free Carefree Dental Card information kit.
COVID-19 vaccines are bringing hope and questions. This is why we're bringing understanding to the challenge of vaccinating America. Ongoing coverage on CBS News.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at the lift bridge on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Dave will be in with this week's forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. An annual Girls' Day Out race is back next weekend, and a northern Minnesota community is celebrating a new fire engine. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start tonight in Duluth with a fun event at Miller Hill Mall. This Saturday, Beyond the Barn is set to host their Northland Horse Fair. The goal of the fair is to bring together the equestrian community and provide educational opportunities. There will be businesses and other vendors in attendance, as well as a pony meet and greet. Saturday's event will also coincide with the opening of Beyond the Barn's new spin-off location, Bark Beyond, which is a store for dog and cat products. Next, we head to Ashland, Wisconsin for an annual event coming up next weekend. The 8th annual Chick Waumagan 1 mile, 5K, 10K walk run is set to start Saturday, the 22nd at 10 a.m. Because of the pandemic, there are some changes to the annual race, but organizers say it will still be a fun run. In place of tiaras and medals, each finishing racer will receive a $5 chamber certificate. There will be prizes handed out as well. We'll have more information on how to register on our website. And we wrap up tonight in Hovland, Minnesota with an update to a story we brought you back in March. You'll remember the volunteer fire department there was offered a new fire engine to replace their nearly 40-year-old one, but they didn't have the funds. Now they tell us they have exceeded their fundraising goal and were able to purchase the the truck. To celebrate and thank all of those who have donated, they will be hosting an outdoor gathering from 11 to 2 next Saturday and Sunday. They will be grilling and will have the new truck out on display. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come, with just a few days until taxes are due, Minnesota lawmakers remain split on whether to tax pandemic relief loans. CBS 3's Kendall Jarbo spoke to lawmakers today, and she'll join us after the break with their thoughts.
Today's high temperature at the airport in Duluth, 68 degrees. We've finally gone warmer than normal, which of course causes its own set of troubles. The fire danger is high. Now we need some rain to solve the problem. Will we get any this weekend? There's a chance. May not be a great chance, but I'll talk about it coming up right after our break.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Get your snowplow from the experts at JM Auto Service. We are Western Snowplow Headquarters.
How can you show appreciation and say thanks to our area retail workers? While all gifts are appreciated, here is what helps keep us safe. The greatest gift of all. First, don't shop if you're not feeling well. Stay home and ask friends or family to help you. Keep your trips to a minimum. Pick up 2 weeks of supplies at a time if possible. Wash your hands before you come in and wear a cloth face cover. You can use a mask or a bandana. If possible, keep those cute kids at home and don't touch things you don't plan on buying. Keep your cash in your piggy bank and pay with your debit or credit card. Finally, try not to touch your face and be sure to wash your hands when you get home. Thank you for your help in creating a safer community.
At UCare, we've been all around Minnesota, and some of the people we meet are anxiously looking into Medicare options for the first time. Well, UCare Medicare Advantage plans are a great place to start. Most plans include Part D prescription drug coverage and come with lots of extras. It's part of what makes UCare the #1 Medicare Advantage plan in Minnesota for individuals. And lastly, don't worry. We're always here to decomplicate if you ever need us. UCare, people-powered health plans.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Pandemic relief loans could still get taxed as income, the reason for the political gridlock.
Warm and dry weather is kicking up the fire danger. I'll talk about when rain will come.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3.
Breaking news, original reporting, and the good things in life. Join Jeff Glor, Dana Jacobson, and Michelle Miller on CBS This Morning, Saturday.
CBS3 weather is brought to you by Lake Superior College. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, here we are on Wednesday, and just like the Weather Service planned, the near-critical fire danger for Minnesota is there and expanded out towards the west. So the fire danger is extremely high for Minnesotans and just plain high for Wisconsin and for the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So we have to mind our P's and Q's, of course, outdoors with anything that will spark. Hopefully come Friday, we get a rain chance coming aboard that'll hopefully ease the problem, but hopes abound. Actual payoff may not be that great. It's very slim, that set of chances that's coming for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So from now until then, it's going to be sunny and warm. So at least you can enjoy that as long as you're cautious. We'll talk about how long the warm spell will last, coming up with our 7-day forecast. We'll start here by looking at the current conditions, and it's 67 degrees at Duluth Airport. And the relative humidity is painfully low, only 19%, and that's why we have that near critical fire danger for Minnesotans because of the low humidity. Westerly southwesterly wind right now is going 7 miles per hour, and our air pressure is high at 30.34 inches of mercury. Current temperatures, even in the Upper Peninsula now, things have rebounded. We have 64 to 66 from Watersmeet to Ironwood. And in northern Wisconsin, we're running from 63 along much of the Bayfield Peninsula to even 70 degrees for our friends in Superior. Being by the lake is keeping them Warmer for a change here, even beating Hayward down south at 66. 68 Moose Lake, nothing to sneeze about. Cloquet's not bad at 64. North Shore numbers are cooler by the lake, 50 in Grand Marais, for example, but we get 63, 64 towards Two Harbors and Silver Bay. Iron Range numbers are very similar. And tomorrow, the daytime highs will be similar as well. And tomorrow morning's low could be even better than they were this morning, into the 40s. Makes one start to hope for gardening season. We can never jump into that too early around here, though, or a frost advisory smacks us down as soon as we venture out. But right now, Doppler map shows higher air pressure in control and not too many clouds in the sky, and that's going to be the trend for our area through tomorrow as we get one more day of sunshine from high pressure. Still pinning our hopes on Friday rain showers to a small trough of lower pressure coming out of the Rockies. It'll take until Sunday to get through our area, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, really the chance never gets above 30%, so we may only get a few tenths of an inch even if the chance pays off. This isn't everything we need. Might be one more chance though coming up in the week ahead, which we can spot on our 7-day forecast. Tonight in Minnesota, low temps 38 to 44. Partly cloudy sky for those folks and people in Wisconsin, Michigan as well, where lows there go 38 to 42. Tomorrow, mid to upper 60s in Wisconsin and Michigan, mostly sunny sky. Mostly sunny again for Minnesotans on Thursday with highs low 60s by the lake, mid to upper 60s inland. And that's a trend that will be with us pretty much for the week ahead. And even Duluth might crack 70 come Monday. There's our rain chance Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not overly impressive. Slightly better next Wednesday when we bump it up to a 40% chance.
Thanks, Dave. The deadline to file your taxes is just 5 days away, and there's still no answer for whether Minnesotans who used federal pandemic relief loans will be taxed for them. While loans would usually be taxed as income, Congress chose to make them exempt from federal income taxes. Though many states adopted that exemption, at this point, Minnesota still plans on taxing those loans. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo heard from state lawmakers on both sides of the aisle proposing bills that aim to address that issue. Kendall, what's the holdup for reaching an agreement on this?
Well, Kristen, a bipartisan tax conformity bill did pass in the state Senate 2 months ago, but it needs the Minnesota House to also pass a bill, and that's where the disagreement is. During the pandemic, businesses received Paycheck Protection Program loans from the federal government. They could use it for things like payroll, rent, and utilities. But now, some businesses face being taxed thousands of dollars on that money. The Minnesota legislature has been talking about addressing this issue for months, but there's a divide on the approach. Leaders of the DFL-controlled House are proposing a bill that exempts some PPP loans from income tax, but also adds additional tax dollars for education and working families. House Republicans want a standalone bill solely focused on tax relief. If Minnesota were to conform to federal law and not tax the loans, it could cost the state government money. House Republicans argue Minnesota has more than enough to cover the costs, referring to the state's multi-billion-dollar budget surplus.
We should agree together that after all the things that Minnesotans have been through this last year, that the last thing we need to do is take more money out of their budgets at a time when we do not need it. We have a surplus of dollars in the state budget, larger than we've seen in modern history. It's the last time we should be even talking about raising taxes.
The deadline to file taxes is May 17th. Again, that's just 5 days away. That's also when this legislative session ends. But House Minority Leader Kurt Doudt says it's likely lawmakers will be called back for a special session in June. I also spoke with the Tax Committee chairman who authored the DFLers bill. We'll share his perspective on the political gridlock coming up at 6.
All right, some good, important information for folks there, Kendall. And by the way, both the House and the Senate have to pass an identical bill before it can be sent to the governor to be signed. Still to come, the latest on the Colonial Pipeline shutdown as panic sets in as the closure reaches day 5.
Would you like to lose a pound of fat a day?
Everyone just treats me a little bit differently, a little bit better. I feel more comfortable in social situations.
Before, when I walked by a mirror, I would duck. I wouldn't look. Now it's like, who's that girl?
Order online or call today for a free consultation.
Lake Superior College is nationally recognized for quality and affordability, offering over 90 programs, including career, technical, and general studies for transfer. At LSC, you can start here, save thousands. Apply for free at lsc.edu.
Let A1 Movers help bridge the gap from your old house to your new home.
We have the tools for all of your relocating needs. Big or small, we move them all. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, we help get you where you need to go as safely and efficiently as possible. A1 Movers specializes in making hard work easier, saving you time and your back. To schedule your move, call or visit a1movers.org today.
What are you doing? Don't you even know how to dump your trash? Poop fairy? It's no poop fairy. And I'm more than dog poop and parks. I care about everything that hits our streams and lakes, including your overflowing garbage. Your trash starts here and ends here.
Hey, that goes right to the water.
Learn a poop ton more online.
Hatchet, take the left flank. Boomer, take the right. Blade, boss says you're out. Homework, at bedtime. Off you go.
But Sarge.
That's an order.
Fine. So lame. Mom!
At Spectrum, we think you know best. So Spectrum Advanced In-Home Wi-Fi lets you decide who connects and when, right from your phone.
Deal's a deal, Corporal. Very funny.
Ready for spring? Northwest Outlet is with a complete line of fashions for men, women, and the kids. From the North Face and Columbia's entire line. New colors, styles on capris, tees, shorts, rain, wind, and fleece jackets. And UPF sun-rated clothing. Big bargains on sandals, rubber boots, and trail shoes from Keen, Teva, Merrell, Chaco, Columbia, and the North Face. See our huge selection of rubber boots and rain gear for kids. Get smart wool and darn tough socks for the whole family. Northwest Outlet Superior. We'll make sure you look good.
So it was always really my dream to provide urologic services in a small town. For a surgical subspecialty, usually a larger metropolitan area is much more common. It's pretty much an everyday occurrence where we have a patient walk into clinic and that patient is having a very bad day. And we possess the ability with our team-based approach to fix those problems within oftentimes a matter of minutes. So meeting those needs of those folks close to home is something I feel really good about.
I lost a ton of weight, 93 pounds. I feel good, I look good. 75 days on the program. I've lost 53 pounds, 41 and a half inches. You're not hungry.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
Well, just within the last hour or so, we learned the Colonial Pipeline has been restarted. The major fuel line had been shut down since last Friday after falling victim to a ransomware attack. Because of the 5-day shutdown, Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia have declared states of emergency, with drivers in Virginia lining up before sunrise this morning. And many fuel stations have run dry. According to AAA, panic buying and shortages at stations have sent the average price for a gallon of regular gas to about $3 for the first time in nearly 7 years. The Department of Energy is pleading with Americans to remain calm as the line gets going again.
The folks should follow the advice of the governors and the attorney generals, which they're asking folks not to panic, not to hoard gasoline.
The pipeline just restarted, as we mentioned, in the last hour, and officials say it will resume deliveries.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, an ode to the legendary music icons headed to this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We've got that and more news tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home. Join the All of Us research program to help improve health research and speed up medical breakthroughs. Visit essentialhealth.org/allofus to learn more.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, from the world's best softener and safer drinking water systems, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan Water, the local water expert.
Mediacom is winning awards across the U.S., keeping you connected, keeping you safe, rising to the challenge, challenging the limits. Thanks to our award-winning employees, never settling, never backing down, always planning ahead, and always getting better. Mediacom is proud to be named 2021 U.S. Best Managed Company by Deloitte and the Wall Street Journal.
Hi, folks. Joe Namath here, and if you're on Medicare, this is important. You're now entitled to eliminate co-pays and get dental care, dentures, eyeglasses, prescription coverage, in-home aids, unlimited transportation, and home-delivered meals, all at no additional cost. Plus, your zip code may have coverage with the Give Back benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every month. Look, with the uncertainty of the virus and vaccines, you need to get everything you're entitled to. Here's the bottom line. Call to get significant benefits at no additional cost and see if your zip code has coverage with the Give Back benefit. Millions of people have trusted the Medicare Coverage Helpline. You can too. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-916-5591. That's 1-800-916-5591 now.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we learned a man is in custody after stabbing a woman to death in Virginia overnight. A lot of questions remain, including motive. The suspect, Derek Malovich, does have a criminal record, including strangling an ex-girlfriend in 2020. The victim's identity has not yet been released. And coming up tonight at 6, Minnesota Senator Tina Smith is sharing her personal struggle with mental health. Tonight, we hear her story and how she hopes it will help end the stigma. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you at 6.